As in, what would be that it can't just be money that would be a driving force for a father. As at this morning before I left, I heard some lunatic on their platform. They started another narrative. They were trying to establish poison. Hey, John Toriolo, kini ó máa lò fún Jossy láti ra iye Jossy padà? Àbígbà tó mú Jossy lọ sin orí ní gbogbo ìlú wọn from nǹkan so not me. I'm not saying it. By now you guys know we don't just say things here. We say things based on what they bring to us. Ṣé ńgbà tán lọ sin gbogbo orí fún Jossy, ṣé wọ́n ti sin ọpọlọ kúrò nù gbogbo bẹ̀ pátápátá ni? Àbí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Because those ones started this morning. Noodles ni. Who took that noodles? The person taking the noodles. Maybe in fact, let me look for the video. Àbí kò ṣáà ṣe ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nsìn. Let me play it. Èmi gan máa tó get off and sing. So these are the people that we're dealing with, and this man is just aiding and abetting and enabling all this type of whereas. Oníkálukú kọ̀ wá make it ṣá ẹ̀kọ́. Oníkálukú kọ̀ make it ẹ̀kọ́ so just to keep this going. And Joseph Aloba thinks that, oh, they are fighting for his son, or they are doing it because they love his son. Because they love his son. No. Because whoever loves Mohbad at this point should be worried about the trend, should be worried about how the father is projecting the image, the legacy he left behind. I am genuinely concerned. It is almost scary to find a father moving this way. So the question once again, where are they holding Jossy? By his balls or by his jugular? Because this is not ordinary anymore. It has to be something that is remoting him, propelling him. There is a reason why if they say jump, he will jump. If they say fall, he will fall. And I think that something goes just beyond money and property. Malawan contoning conton hold against Jossy. She video threesome here no. Jossy, if it's the video of the threesome, we forgive you in advance. Let them bring it out. Let them bring it out at least for the sake of your son. The keep controlling mechanism stop. Because when the only hold that a blackmailer would have on you is secrecy, when you still want to keep whatever they are holding against you in secret. So if that's the case, we forgive you in advance. Let them release it so that this will stop, at least in my own opinion. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé because of property àtowó náà ni, then it's a monumental disgrace, shame, for real. But because Atini Kama look at things even from the other side, I always see the good in everything, and that's why I am leaving that tiny bit of consideration that yes, there must be something they are holding against Jossy to have him where they want him this much. To the point that he could even jump out to go and debunk publication then. And Buki came to confidently tell us that she was the one who instructed him. Instructed him to go and, making a fool of him. This man that has granted interviews, nothing less than 4 interviews he has granted, to say that, he witnessed at least one occasion where his son was being bullied. Then all of a sudden, Punch made a publication to reaffirm that. And someone instructed you to go and debunk it. And you quickly rushed out to come and debunk it, even when you granted the interview. Hey, God. And the same person who instructed you to go and debunk was still the one who came out to let us know that you actually granted the interview. Soft life, can someone be really, really, really evil to this point? Because at this point, look at him. Did you see his face on that video? In that video, he looks, he's not at peace. And it's not even maybe acting or trying to make faces. Did BJ lose what she had? Well, for BJ, at least BJ was giving him monthly allowance. Then he started getting much more than that, so he could call the bluff. Ogao. So it means that Mr. Aloba, jossy just redefined wickedness. He has just upgraded what evil should be called. As in, he has just redefined the definition of evil. Because what manner of evil will make a man go against his own son, his own first son, go against his entire family self? Because this is a lone battle for him. I wish that we are back in the era, those days that they used to banish people. Oh yeah, can't banish jossy. Can't banish a lossy evil spirit where people like him are meant to be. That's if you people say that it's not like it's the threesome video they are holding against him. Me, I'm still trying to say that he cannot be this evil. But if truly nobody is holding anything against jossy, ó yẹ kí Olúkẹrẹ, kán banish jossy sí evil spirit ni. Ẹ wo, ọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ kún agbọ̀n is the beat tó ti ń gbé mi nínú látẹ̀kan. Ó ní mo kọ̀ wá sókè wá sọ. Amor, you guys have let me see that it is possible for someone to truly be that evil. Èmi rò pé kí n wá bá make excuse ni, but it's obviously it's not entering. So, kò sí wàhálà. We are here. Let jossy continue to drag this endlessly for as long as he wants, while Omawumi continue to do the right thing, taking the right steps towards the right direction.
Hi babe, what's up?
Hey,
I came up because of you.
Worrying for me, sis.
Let me say something. It takes me a long time to get to where I am. Yeah? And I've looked at it as best as I can. And I think Josie is just Oburu. She is a nasty piece of work. Because my own conviction comes from when this whole thing started. How it started with Owo by no account or something. That for me, that really offed me, because I thought, what on earth is this? Your child barely died how long ago? That was the one thing that made me think there's something about this guy that isn't nice. The second thing was his side chick, when she said, Ibitokwe Badeni, and I'm thinking, what type of people does this boy's dad or associate with that speak in this way? And I thought, do you know what? Let me let it be. But when you now proceed and you think, none of his, not that I know of all of them, but at least I know Adura is his child. They are not with him. Now, how much love can me, as a stranger, have for Mohbad's father that would supersede that which his child has for him? It's impossible. The people that would know him inside out are the people that have lived under his roof or associated with him closely, not me. I'm an outsider. And if there's money, he would be nice to me. But if a person's own child says, call me aloba, make I swear for you, Shoget Kotimunso, that speaks volume. It's just like the Bible says, which child will ask his father for bread and he would give that child scorpion or snakes? Shoget Kotimunso. Oh, lemo, how does it I think? Oh, lemo or shoju. Or that's probably I say, oh, lemo shoju or something like that. That one. Exactly.
Somebody,
yeah, but you get it, yeah? Because they even say something like, which of you will your neighbor knock at night? But what I'm saying is, any to moju, anything me mama would be Adura, would be Wumi, would be Iyamo, would be, I don't know of Bless, I haven't read much about her, so I don't know I don't usually want to speak because I haven't seen much, I don't know anything about her. But the thing, other than I don't know her. But what I'm saying is, those are the people I'm looking at. So do you really think I would look at somebody like Pork Daddy or whatever they call him and think he knows so much about that household? I wouldn't. Because it would be even silly of anybody to say Omumo more than his own child. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me because you only met this man maybe 2 years ago and you got and clamor, you never knew who Mo was. So if his friends, if the friends or friend of the person who's passed, if they are away from this dad, the other members of the family are away from this dad, common sense and reasoning should tell me, what exactly is it about this guy that is giving them, this icks? That is what common sense will tell me. And you can't really listen to one side of the story and think it's okay. But now back to what you were saying, Ginto was okay. I personally am of the opinion that Manye Oburu on a normal day is not a nice person. One, people are saying, Daddy gather money. It is lyrics. It is lyrics. Now, whether Daddy gathered money or not, I can't see the evidence. I can't even see the evidence of the money he gathered because those children were not sent did not, there's nothing that shows as a father, surely the basic necessity you owe any child, food, shelter, clothing, education. There's one more, but those are the basic necessities of life. Shelter, he failed at it because that boy was early teenage when he left home. And when this man opens his mouth and spews that Omoyelo koshe yahoo, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Well, where were you? Food is, they said because of food. Basic necessities of life. He failed at that. Why do you think the judge said he's a failed parent? Basic necessities of life was what the judge looked at. Education, none. Not, at least not to a good degree. Oh no, Omoye had idea of they should be doing colo business. Are you kidding me? Are you really telling me that as a parent, my child will be the one that would sort of educate me on how to bring in funds? He failed at that. So I think I've got clothing. Well, if the boy left home early, if even he myself is wearing the boy's clothes after his passing, I've not seen he's failed in that area. Safety, okay, Mayor has brought that safety. But he who cannot provide clothing, cannot provide food, cannot provide shelter, cannot provide education, how is he going to keep a child safe? How is he even going to keep a child safe? Because if you are able to provide, see, I don't care how how low on the income ladder people are. I have seen with my eyes people who, like maybe gatemen or drivers or something like that, who did everything in their power to ensure that their children had the basic necessities of life. And you would always find exceptions, because it's not everybody that's from the low income bracket Tomandija with that kind of behavior. No, there's some people from that. Okay, the person I know, somebody I normally just help the guy out, whatever it is, This guy, his kids, when I heard of it, was it last week? I was really impressed. He did everything as a taxi driver to put his children through polytechnic. Now those children have bought him a land and they're building on it for him as their father. Can you imagine where those children have come from?
Mm-hmm.
So what makes Jossy excused from all of this? That is why the judge said he's a failed parent. The judge did not say he's a failed parent because of, only because Moku. No, the judge looked at every single event that led up to where the whole thing is. If this man, who with his mouth said he uses chemist for appendicitis, which doesn't make sense to me, I'm thinking he goofed. But these are the things the boy saw and he copied. He was modeling negativity. Because if Jossy did everything he could pay herbs though for one money, the boy would come to know, okay, maybe we'll use herbs. But because they've seen him use unregistered people as well, that's what they grew up with. And he wasn't there to model being, what it is to be like a dad. But I must give it to Mo, because his dad failed at that, but he did everything to be present for his child. But this man scuppered it. Now, are you telling me that Koni in him to be wicked, and he would do that? Liam at age 5 months, and you made that little boy go through that much. I don't even, some of the people I do charity with, I don't even know them from Adam. If I can do what I do for them, and I'm not even showing them all that love, because I don't know them sometimes one-on-one. I don't meet them sometimes one-on-one, and sometimes I don't even know who it is. If I can do that, are you telling me that Jossy does not owe it to Liam to show much more love? If strangers are showing your grandson a lot more love, and you as the grandfather sit there when they insult him, when they curse him, then what part of you is human? Because I can't find a heartbeat in there. What part of Jossy is human? And then when you look at it, and we've always said this thing, when you look at the people that told with him, that told the line with him, look into their lives and show me some evidence of joy, some evidence of happiness, of satisfaction. Because I don't understand. I get what you're saying, babe. You're only trying to say, can a human being be this, whatever, nasty? Yes, I have seen it here. And Jossy is my number one benchmark against wickedness. Because he's got to have it in him.
Like he raised the bar.
He has to have it in him for people to bring it out. Mi ò kí ń jalè. I don't. Oh, le wá bá mi. Ko catch fire. It's not going to catch fire. because I don't have it in me. I don't have ojukokoro. Whatever I have, I'm happy with it. In the days that I was, starting off, in the days of affluence, I paid the price. I paid my dues. So I have zero, but what I'm saying is, Josie on his own account could have at least been a bit human. If not to anybody, but to Liam. And if indeed he really loved his son, Enikeji Mini, if he really loved his son, he would do everything to protect the dignity and legacy of that boy. Ó ti sọmọ yẹn di onídòkúdò, ó ti sọ di ọ̀dẹ̀, kò lè sọ̀rọ̀, dáàdì mi, wọ́n ti nà mí tán. You've turned that boy into that. Ó ti sọ di, he wasn't even, okay, he didn't tell me that he had an issue with Liam, but I heard it from somewhere. You are even lying. Ó ń parọ́ mọ́. Ó ṣe ìyàwó, ó sọ pé kò fẹ́ yàwó. You have tarnished almost everything. But guess what? The world out there sees through him. So he hasn't even successfully tarnished anything. He's only made a mockery of himself. The noise is loudest on TikTok. And I repeat it, on TikTok, it's only 0.3 something% of Nigerians. So our population kan wà lórí TikTok tó jẹ́ pé it's as if their brain they didn't fully develop. Maybe their moms didn't take folic acid or pregnant care or something when they were, because I don't know how the rationing, let me give you one. This Doing girl was saying something this evening. This Ade Doing girl. She said, the husband of your youth, your dear whatever, the one you love, the one you do this, that, and the other. Also, only a nurse injected him and things went south. Only the first thing to Mashe is to call the police. She's a retard. Because when somebody injects somebody and things go south, my own training, my own common sense, I'm not calling the police first. I'm getting emergency help. I'm getting medical help because the person might still have a pulse. The person might still have a heartbeat. So her saying that Kalo Uniwumi, see, that's why I say these people, they make me burn my neurons. I'm burning neurons listening to some of them. Because the first thing she faced emergency services. But then you have someone from downtown Ajegunle or wherever saying that the first thing in her own, so in her own case, she will call the aloba and heartbeat, wait for the heartbeat to go. I don't know. Honestly, I can only take these people in bite sizes. Honestly. And that's I give, of course, everybody do whatever you want. I my hats off to all of you. That is why I don't leave this place, because leaving this place, not leaving this place, though sometimes I'm removing my earpiece. Because some of them, they give me, I'm thinking, really? I'm not even going to use my brain to reason your matter. Because it will be an insult on my own brain if I have to reason your matter. So as far as I'm concerned, it's taken me ages to get here. Josie is very, very vindictive and wicked person. And if you don't believe me, disregard every other thing I've said, and let's just go back to day one when he said there was no money that crossed his accounts. When that boy, in his lifetime, they got him a truck, they gave him money, and now we're finding out that Omoye actually flow. The first impression he gave of that boy Mo was that nothing ever crossed into his account. Okparomoku. Shame. So, babe, may I carry that one come out in this arena? No, say we after somebody. That guy is wickedness himself. And you look at the people they are surrounded with. Even when they carry Bible, they can't act the Bible. And I touched on certain people without necessarily insulting them, or cursing them or something like that. Okay, fine. I did say Adedoyin is a retard, but that's the way she behaves. That's the way she behaves. Like Ratosi was saying, he said, Tabala fe bunyomo, but they will make you say something. But that is retardation. Retardation is actually, your brain pie, your brain dead. So mi ò ṣe pé òyìnbó yẹn kọ̀ lágbára ni, kò ṣe pé mo bu náà. Òyìnbó yẹn kọ̀ lágbára ni, it's the truth. It's just as if somebody say you're stupid. Stupid is a big òyìnbó, but because people use it every single second, wọ́n rò pé kò ṣe a big word. It's totally stupid. It is a big thing, which means ya didirin, depe, ya musu. I don't know what else to describe it. If people don't understand the meaning of that word. So when people say stupid, because people use it every single day, they think it's the weight of the word. Otikurumbe. But tell your pastor me, people most stupid matter turning, because I'll be like, are you normal? Are you okay? You know what I'm saying? But these people is part of their everyday life. It's part. So if I say that somebody is an imbecile, as long as Tubajepe is not a disability, as in a proper disability, that's fine. But then who will be imbecile, I should be able to say you are being imbecilic. But because it's not in my nature. But I'm just telling you, British, that these people, they will push you to do things you don't want to do. But nobody, I can bet my bottom dollar on it, nobody can tell me that a man who has been deserted by his family holds something tangible. But the problem at this point is so it is becoming more like they're making I don't even know, they're making a fool of themselves. It's too late to turn back. They don't want to feel, they feel they're in a competition, but nobody on this side is in a competition with them. What we're saying is, let reason prevail. Let common sense prevail. Stop acting like juveniles. You that you are in your, at anybody 40 plus, even 35 plus, because age is not maturity. So I take that back. But people should stop acting their shoe sizes. And then they, me. And some people have this English, but when you listen to their grammar, it's all shades of zero. Because I don't understand how you can have a widow and don't use aloba in the same paperwork. I don't understand.
Maybe juju be that.
Well, now the kind of lawyer where you go pay for, you go get. Because our own lawyer, Kabiru, Temu lawyer, go do that kind of thing. He cannot put Mrs. and put our ex-wife and our widow in the same sentence. It just shows you these people lack exposure. And those who are, and we've been saying it for a long time, those who are advising jossy, they are damn well doing a shitty job. But when you look at them and when you hear them speak, they think they're making sense. But a lot of the time, they just need to look in the mirror and they'll see a reflection of themselves there. Because this whole thing, if you say you want what is right, is not about a competition. It's about what is true. And the truth can never be debated. It's what it is. You either take it or you leave it or you share it. But the way jossy is looking now, it is part of the consequences of his behavior. It's not like anybody's doing it. It is if he stops his nonsense, he will have a better life. If even there on that side, on turning high blood pressure, you go and get a loan on somebody else's matter. I hope you've serviced your own family properly before you start getting a loan on behalf of somebody else's matter. Something that you don't 100% know if the person is telling you the truth or not. But the basic signs are, why aren't his family with him? But they're calling me at this point, because 2 years plus, I'm not about to make somebody look like they're clean, because that man is wicked. And that is the same person Tofeko Biomoloba. Toba the time Titi that's not even the issue. Shebi Iyalolade's voice note leaked and said, "Won le fi omo ti."